Hello, hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ruby, this is Ruby Red, and today we're playing another round of my TBR game, Tic-tac-TBR. If this is your first time seeing this game, a quick rundown is that every month to guide my reading, I put 9 prompts into a 3x3 tic-tac-toe board, and throughout the month I try to read books that are going to fulfill prompts in order to get 3 in a row. And for every 3 in a row I get a reward for the next month. And if I don't get any, there's no punishments. We're just trying to have a good time. And if I am doing a little bit too well and I manage to fulfill all the prompts, then I have to add a challenge prompt to the board, which is just a book from my 30 by 30 list of books I want to read before I'm 30. And that's basically it. And if you ever want to play your own round, the link is down below for the Google Sheets template that you can use and change up the prompts to suit your needs, and then you'll be ready to go. And this month is going to be kind of a double feature because I'm also going to be setting up my board for Squash That series, which is a readathon that happens every now and then. It's hosted by my friends Bailey and Kayla, and I'm going to link, of course, their channels down below. So you should definitely check it out. It's a readathon that is all about finishing the series that you're currently reading or making progress on series. So we're going to get to that towards the end. But first, we're gonna talk about June. Okay, so the board from June is as follows. A book from my physical TBR, a book over 500 pages, a book older than me, 100 Years of Solitude, which was my challenge prompt, a book from someone else's TBR, a book that is rated 4 or higher on Goodreads, a book that fits Amy's viewer prompt from Amy's Game of a Bookish Life, and this month that was relationship themed, a book about food or cooking, and a book with a red cover. So here's what happened. First, I did read a book over 500 pages, and that was 9 Perfect Strangers by Leanne Moriarty. I had a physical copy of this that definitely had over 500 pages, even though Goodreads says that it has like 400 and something. Not in my copy. Then I read a book that has a rating higher than a 4.0 on Goodreads. It has a 4.06 as of this very moment, and that is One of the Girls by Lucy Clark. I had an advanced copy of this from NetGalley, and I read it. Next, I read a book with a red cover, and that was Kaikei by Vaishnavi Patel. The cover is red. That's all I'm gonna say about it. I'm also gonna say it was excellent. I absolutely loved it. Okay, next, a book from my physical TBR, a book that was physically on my bookshelf. I read Are Prisons Obsolete by Angela Y. Davis. And then a book that fits Amy's viewer prompt, a book about relationships. I have actually not finished this book as of this exact moment, but I will certainly be finished with it before the actual end of the month in a couple more days, and that is A Lady for a Duke by Alexis Hall. This is a historical queer romance, and I will have finished it by the end of June, for sure. And that's actually all of the books that I read that are gonna fit into these prompts in June. However, I did have one reward left over from last month. Someone else can read a book for you. And so for the prompt, a book older than me, my friend CJ read a book that's older than me. It was published in 1983, and that is Waterland by Graham Swift. And I can say absolutely nothing about this book. I don't know where she found it. I don't really understand what it's about, but it was read and it was published before I was born. So that's kind of that. That's the June board, and I have 2 3 in a rows, so I'm gonna get 2 rewards. I did have much higher hopes for this board, I gotta say. And also let it be known that I did start 100 Years of Solitude, I just didn't finish it. Okay, so first my rewards, I'm gonna get to pick 2 rewards, and there are only 11 to choose from, so let's go. 8 is double up, so I can use 1 book for 2 prompts. Honestly, I wish that I could use this all the time because so often I'm reading a book and I'm like, I just don't know where to put it because it could fill 2 different prompts, and then I just have to it's a game of strategy, so I have to just strategize about where to put the book, but that's gonna be very helpful. Okay, next reward number 2, which is rearrange the prompts. This one is really not very useful, but it's like the idea is that if I know there's like 2 prompts that I'm definitely gonna get to, I can make sure that they're like gonna at least be in the same. It's not very useful because I honestly absolutely never know what prompts are gonna get filled. Like of course I'm gonna talk about some of my options, some of my ideas, but at the end of the day, I am such a mood reader that anything could happen. But okay, those are my rewards and they're not too bad. So let's go over here. I think I have 111 prompts, and of course 100 Years of Solitude is going to remain where it is. I think even if I rearrange the board, I have to leave it there. So yeah, let's pick the prompts, okay? Okay, 105. Ooh, gender nonconforming author. That's fun. And I don't have anything like urgently on my TBR that's gonna fulfill that, but I am excited to try to find something that I can get from my library right now that is by a trans or non-binary author. Yay. Okay, 91. Oops. A contemporary. Well, that one is easy and easy. That is just a book that is a contemporary book, so not historical or like sci-fi fantasy. It's just takes place right now. Okay. Next is 54. Oh, a YouTube book club. Okay, so the one YouTube book club that I try to consistently participate in is the Shelf This Book Club that's hosted by Bailey. I'll link that down below. And this month, or in July, they're actually going to be reading The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, which I think I read the first like 50 pages like when I was in high school. But I'm excited to revisit the book in July. I think I'm going to try to listen to the audiobook. 35. A booktuber fave. Okay, so I will just read a fave from a booktuber that I like. I feel like I have so many options for this, like what? I don't know, but if you are a booktuber, leave some of your faves down below and maybe I'll pick something from there. Or maybe I'll have to revisit all of those favorites of 2021 videos. I do love those. But yeah, what are some of your faves? Because I want to read them. 23. Quiddler! No! Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna play Quiddler, I guess, and then use one of the words that I can make with the game Quiddler as my prompt. This actually is fun, but I just don't want to like get up and get something and come back, but I will do it after we finish this. 43. Physical TBR again, so that is a delight, a treat. If I were to finish 100 Years of Solitude this month, that would count for physical TBR as well as obviously the challenge prompt. So that is a way that I could use my double up reward to great effect. What else is on my physical TBR that's like haunting me? They're not in here. Why am I looking over there? I do have a couple of books I'm currently reading that I would like to finish that are physical books. Sometimes they can drag out because I only read them basically on the weekends when I read during the day. Because I only read my Kindle at night. Okay, 75. Science fiction. Ooh, okay. Well, maybe I'll read Winter's Orbit now because I wanted to read it last month and I just didn't get it. I just had I was reading other stuff, so I didn't read Winter's Orbit, but maybe I will read it next month. I'm also absolutely dying to continue my Becky Chambers exploration. So if I could maybe read one of those for Splash That series, that would be very interesting, wouldn't it? Our final prompt is 26. These are all like small numbers. Middle Eastern author, okay. That is part of a chill yearly challenge. I'm trying to read more authors from more countries, and I'm not doing very good, I gotta say. So I should really prioritize that and take a look around my Goodreads wanna read. So I guess let me go do my Quiddler prompt and rearrange the prompts if need be, and then I will come back with my final board in just a moment, and then we can do the Squash That Series thing. Okay, I couldn't find the Quiddler cards. We must have just left them somewhere. So I just regenerated and I got an arc as my prompt. I just put it in where the Quiddler one was. Sorry to the Quiddler fans. And then I did just also take a moment to rearrange the prompts a little bit. So this is what I've come up with. This feels, again, like it's really hard to say, but this feels like it's gonna give me some like definite success. Specifically the physical TBR I put in the middle because I know that I'm going to at least finish one physical book. Like I know I'm gonna get that, and so I have the most, I can make the most of it, you know what I mean? And yeah, it is what it is, okay? Like it's pretty random, to be honest. That's not a good reward. I should maybe get rid of it. And honestly, I would like to have some new rewards. So if you have any ideas for some more rewards that will just like make this game like easier or like something else, I don't know. All right, so that's the July board. Final, she's done. And now we're gonna move on to the Squash That Series board. I did actually do the prompt generation a couple of weeks ago. I was just too excited to wait, so let's like rewind and watch that. Okay, blast from the past. It's a little bit early, but I wanted to set my board up early so that I could plan a little bit before the round begins. So let's get started. There are 27 prompts and we're gonna make that board, okay? Prompt number 1. 8, a 3-star prediction. That's such a mean prompt. I absolutely hate it. I had it before. I don't want to do that. Okay, 2, on my TBR the longest. Okay. 13, put on multiple TBRs before. Interesting. 3 again. Oh, we didn't have that already. It's not again. The series most recently started. Uh-oh. Oh my god, 4. A novella right in the middle. Dang. 17. Longest sequel on TBR. I think people hate that one and I get it. 25. Another installment in a series from the round, I think, is that the round before? I think that's what it's meant to say. A series you were caught up on. This one I literally don't think I have any. Oh wait, I spoke too soon. Okay, and 20. Wow, I don't think we had any doubles, so that's exciting. Average rating less than 3.75 stars. That also stinks. Okay, there's my board. Let's see what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I'm a little bit intimidated by this board, frankly, but I did go through and pick out some books that are gonna be fitting pretty much all of these prompts. And so I kind of wanted to just like prioritize at least 1 3 in a row on this board, and also one that would fit my July board. So I kind of wanted to pick a 3 in a row that I could prioritize from this Squash That Series board that I think is doable in the 4-day readathon, and also that will help me fulfill some prompts in my July board. And what I think is the most reasonable thing to do is the first column. So a 3-star prediction, I'm predicting that I will give whatever the next Hercule Poirot book is 3 stars. I've been giving most of them 3 stars, I feel like. And that would also fulfill the bottom one in that row, which is another installment from my previous round. I feel like I've read a Poirot book in every round because they're so quick and it's good for a readathon. And then my most recently started series is the Wayfarer series by Becky, so I could read A Closed and Common Orbit, which is a science fiction book, which would fill that prompt on my July board. But the other like really appealing but the only other like sequels on my radar that are gonna fit my July board besides A Close and Common Orbit are Actor Age Eve Brown, which is the final installment of the Brown sisters romance trilogy. That's a contemporary. And then a physical book on my TBR, the only sequel I physically own is Mad Ship, but that book is so long, so I don't really want to be doing that for a 4-day readathon, even though I do really want to read it. Neither of those work for doubling up prompts in the Squash That Series board anyway, so yeah, my priority is going to be Poirot and The Close and Common Orbit. Yeah, I think that that's the lay of the land for me in July. I am going to be vlogging my Squash That Series experience. That's happening July 21st to the 24th, maybe? The dates will be accurately typed in the description box. And yeah, I'm really excited about this board overall. I'm feeling like July is gonna be good. I am gonna be traveling. I have to go to a wedding, very exciting. So gonna have to read a lot on the plane rides. I will be spending at least 10 hours in the air overall. So yeah, plenty of time to read and plenty of things I want to read. So feeling optimistic, feeling good, and yeah, please drop some booktuber faves down below. So thank you so much for watching. As always, I appreciate every single like, comment, and subscribe, so keep those coming down below. And I will see you back here next week for another video. Goodbye.